Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good. And yeah, I had a comment on a video this last week. It really kind of got me thinking about Grand Arena again, and we've been seeing Kyber Squish and lots of, I don't know. I just don't like the way Grand Arena is structured right now. I don't know why it's left the way it is. We'll talk more about this throughout this video, but this video, here's the comment. Here's the comment over here, right this way. So, I feel bad. Was my friend's first Grand Arena this week, and his 400,000 Galactic Power account got paired against 9 million plus accounts all 3 rounds. He won one because they didn't play, but still, I feel like that on the first Grand Arena would make players quit, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know why that wouldn't make a player quit. Now, I have not seen this. This has not been my experience playing Grand Arena. When my first 3 rounds were against accounts that were fairly similar to mine. Now, but pretty soon after that, I started facing, every now and then, I think like 20% of the time I would face an account that was 3, 4, 5 million when I was sitting at 800,000 or something like that. And yeah, if you're not ready for it and you don't know it's coming, it can suck the joy right out of the game. And we are playing a game here, and I don't know why they refuse to fix this. The only thing I can think of is they refuse to fix it is they look at the metrics and they see, well, nobody's actually quitting because of this. I don't know how they could tell that from the metrics exactly. I guess you could pull up a few metrics and see, but it is very, very frustrating to go into a player versus player mode and play against other rosters that are exceedingly larger than your roster is. And I was frustrated this last round of Grand Arena. I went 0-3. Now, that was more because of the Kyber Squish than anything else, but I played exceedingly bigger rosters. That was even on my account that's got 5 GLs and stuff, and I was just playing accounts that had everything when I didn't have everything, and you get into a situation where if they play, they're going to win, and your only shot is to go out there, throw a match on, get your 10 points, and, you know, see if they don't play. That's the situation you end up in, and that's not competitive, that's not fun, nobody enjoys it. So I decided, let's go to you guys. We're going to take a look at my Discord here and get your guys' impressions here on Grand Arena. So here I am asking, would love to get your feedback on Grand Arena to use in a video next week. There you go. Fable says, I've been greatly enjoying it as is. Keep up the good work. I think that initially people were commenting on the videos that I make, the streams that I do, and that's stuff, but people figured it out eventually here. The squeeze is kind of killing the fun of it. Just make a new division of Grand Arena. Stop shoving people down and try to keep Kyber exclusive. That's Swag. If you haven't checked out Swag Frog's channel, go check it out. He's going to put a video out today, I think, of us talking together, or tomorrow. Well, yesterday maybe at this point. Anywho, yeah, you know, the Kyber squeeze, I talked to somebody else this week, and I've experienced it as well. They went 2-1 in their Grand Arena round, and they got moved down a division. And again, guys, we're playing a game. If the game feels rigged, this is the thing. And this is true with any game. This is true with life. This is true with work. It's true with anything. If the game feels rigged, where you aren't controlling your path forward, so you put me in a PvP game mode where I'm pitting my roster against other players of like ilk, that's how I feel it is. It's not that way, but that's what it seems like it should be. And then I go 2-1, so I have a winning record, and I get knocked down a peg. That feels like it's rigged, and it makes me want to quit. It is extremely, extremely, what's the right way? I would say, I'm trying to think, not humiliating, not debilitating. It is demotivating. It is extremely demotivating when you're doing well in Grand Arena, get knocked down because they're just squeezing people out of Kyber. It's really, really frustrating. So, I think the matchmaking space here at 71, I think the matchmaking system overall is flawed. As we focus more on GP, but apart from that, it's great. Yeah, it is great to play your roster against somebody else when you run into something that's a good challenge. But yes, there's no reason they can't put in tiers of galactic power. Like, when it first came out, I know I talked about this a lot, but when Grand Arena first came out, they put you into a very narrow band of galactic power, like 200,000 of galactic power, 1 million to 1.2 million. They put you all into a bracket and said, you guys compete against each other, and at the end of 4 weeks, someone will be crowned the winner of this bracket. And that person got Kyber rewards, they advanced to Kyber, and etc. then they changed it to the current system and just took galactic power completely out of the equation. You can literally have a 9 million opponent facing an opponent with 500,000 galactic power on their roster. You can literally have that. If the 9 million opponent continues to join Grand Arena but doesn't play, they'll continue to drop and drop and drop and drop and drop. And yeah, you might beat that person 10-0 because you just take a turn and they didn't, but that's not fun, and that's not competitive, and that's not the kind of gameplay anybody's looking for. So the matchmaking system is flawed overall. There's no reason they couldn't take big buckets of galactic power and say everybody in Carbonite is from 0 galactic power to 2 million. Everybody in Bronzium is from 2.001 million up to 4 million. Everybody in the next level is from this to this, and still give you the ability to exceed those divisions if you blow it. Like the top 10 finishers each round get to move up to the next division and take their beatings there, and if it goes badly, they move back, right? There's no reason that can't be built in. I'm not a coder, but why can't we make that happen? Absolutely horrible, staying alive. I'm a 4.8 million account getting put up against 8 million plus accounts that easily full clear me. Went 0-3, really disheartening. There you go. It's not that you're bad at Grand Arena. It's that Grand Arena has put you in a bad situation. And that is the frustration. It feels like it's rigged against you. You don't have the opportunity to succeed. They can fix this. It can easily be fixed, and you can still fix it, and people can still be incentivized for monetary, to spend money and climb in the game. That's why they didn't like it. Is they're like, oh, well, you're going to be facing these bigger accounts, and you're going to be motivated to spend so you can get your account bigger. So here's a $10 bundle for Kylo Ren. You'll go spend $10 because you're facing Kylo Ren. Now you have Kylo Ren. You can still do that. If the rewards still are better at the higher levels of Grand Arena, there's no reason you still can't incentivize that. For me to climb and get if my Carbonite rewards aren't as good as my rewards for Bronzium, which they aren't, there's no reason I'm not incentivized to climb higher. I hate that if you tie the winners to the player with more galactic power. I've never understood that. This has been true since the day one of Grand Arena in all game modes. If you tie, and I have tied before, the winner is the player with more galactic power. The winner is the player who played more poorly. If you tie, you should win if you have lower galactic power because you outperform the other person. It never made sense to me, but I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Matchmaking should be GP focused. Nobody likes it except for the 11 million people. Yeah, so somebody with like a 9 million account can go in there and they can enter Grand Arena every time. They can just not play when they don't want to play. They play when they want to play. They sit there in Chromium or Bronzium, and whenever they feel like playing, they just go and wipe out the other person. Whenever they don't feel like playing, they just take it on the chin and they don't care. It makes no sense. Like, you give ultimate flexibility to those giant rosters. Oh, there you go. Jerk. Again, it's rigged. It's rigged. People should not be able to drop below certain areas based on their galactic power. Carbonite, Bronzium are full of 8 million galactic power accounts playing passively. They should pick on people their own size. Yes. Yes. Or you make a separate bracket for inactive. If you're not going to play, 2/3 of your Grand Arena matches or, whatever, you drop into the inactive bucket where you can play, you can do that. You can not play half the time. You can play half the time, whatever you want to do, but you're in the inactive bucket if you do that. There's a cutoff and you drop into inactivity. That's what should happen. And then all it takes is one round of playing all 3 rounds and you get to go back in the active bucket. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard. GAC is fun till it's not. Quality of life changes. A friendly Grand Arena challenge a friend. That would be fun. Like, why can't I challenge my friends in game to a Grand? Hey, I'm gonna play you in Grand Arena. Let's go play each other. That'd be great for content creation. You guys could come out and we could just challenge each other. Well, that might be the only thing we do all day. That might be the only thing that might be the only thing we do all day. And for real, if you give me the ability to match up against viewers with a random Grand Arena, yeah, that'd be just the content we do all the time. That would be a lot of fun. Let's see here. GAC is kind of flawed, but I don't know a way to fix it. I do. I just said all the ways to fix it, Alex Wren. I stopped doing much and just focus on matches I can win and I try to play fast. That's why I don't focus on GAC, Omicrons, but fear TB, TW, Raid, Conquest to it. Yeah. It's fixed and you don't feel like playing. Hot. I feel like it's the same thing over and over again. Anyone below Kyber will either be smashed into bits by massive accounts or you are the massive account. In Kyber, the whole meta is defined by who has the best crons. Nothing changes. It sucks. It's the same as it was 1 year ago, 2 years ago. It's basically the old man yells at clouds, but that's a couple of my thoughts on it. Yeah, I don't know how you fix it. It's the same thing over and over again. I mean, your rosters don't change drastically from one Grand Arena to another. Unlike, occasionally they do, but generally speaking, you're going to have a very similar roster to the last. That's a tough one. I don't know. They need to fix matchmaking, provide some sort of GP limits for each arena. Exactly. There you go. You could talk about CG that obviously changes promotion algorithm to kick people out of Kyber. Cheating well, cheating is a big word. Hold on. I don't like that word, cheating. Cheating lots of players out of Crystals used to enjoy, but now with the downward trend of monster rosters used to Kyber 1. Yeah, the Kyber squish is real too. And that's it's not a different conversation. It goes across the whole thing. When they expanded it last year for folks to make the Kyber, to expand Kyber, and now they're just squishing it right back down again. And again, people are getting punished for having good. It's not good, and it's frustrating. So I love Grand Arena, best mode in the game. I love punching up, but within reason. The matchmaking sucks, but the fact that it goes 6-3 and get demoted is what makes me lose my marbles. 100. That's it. It's right there. That's a great sum up Riva song. Perfect. What's the H doing in Riva? There's no H in Riva. There's no H in Riva! Remove full passive awards. Only rewards. Yeah, right. If you just go on there and goof around, you don't get rewards, or you get put in the inactive mode where your rewards just suck. You know what I'm saying? Same people commenting. E-Man makes a really good point here too. A GAC climb through divisions is too low. I can win 9 times in a row and go up 2.5 divisions only. Now, I mean, yeah, but if you go up more than that, you're just gonna get stomped. So I don't know if I agree with that one. my admin on my my chief admin. I don't know if I agree with that one. I'm not sure about that one. I see GAC as the only real goal in the game. Between that and just getting more characters for GAC, I agree with that. To me, Grand Arena is the end goal of the game, to succeed with your roster against other players. So, Mini OJ, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, the matchmaking does make sense. You do well or poor, your score goes down and matched on score, not rosters. Means an account 7GLs is either terrible at the game, or they lose a lot, or don't play and lose, or returning player with scores drop for months. That doesn't mean system's perfect. That is the system. The unfortunate part here, Bounty Hunter 1340 Omega, is that it makes people feel bad about the game they're playing. And the reason people play games is to feel good. It's an escape from life. We want to enjoy what we're playing, and we want to have fun. Let's make Grand Arena fun again. Can we make Grand Arena fun again? The most fun anybody ever had playing Grand Arena, the most fun we ever had, was when you could climb to the top of it. Now, maybe that was less fun for casual players, but if you don't even have to make hugely disparate rewards. Let's say, for example, in Carbonite, it's 0 to 2 million. That's Carbonite, right? And we get matched up. If you win round 1, or if you finish, the top, everybody wins round 1, moves up to Carbonite 2, or whatever. The top 3 finishers move to Carbonite 2. Then those top 3 finishers move up to Carbonite 3, or whatever. 5 to 4, 4 to 3, 3 to 1, whatever it is. And you play 4 weeks in a row. And by the 4th round, you're in Carbonite 1, duking it out for the champion of Carbonite. And the rewards go from 50 crystals a day up to 70 crystals a day. So you're not getting a big reward boost. You're playing because you want to win. Give us the opportunity to play because we want to win. That's all we're asking. You don't need to buff the rewards. You don't need to put me into a giant Kyber, Give me the opportunity to show off my skills. I feel like I've got some skills in this game. I don't have any opportunities to show them off. You know, I beat rosters bigger than me all the time. And then I lose to rosters bigger than me all the time. It doesn't really display anything other than, okay, it shows that I'm more skilled or I'm more active or I have far more stuff. Fine. But it doesn't really give me anything in the end result. Let me be the king of Carbonite. Let me be the king of Carbonite. Let me be the king of Bronzium. Let me be the king of Chromium. Let me be that king. Let me climb up and say, I finished number 23 in Carbonite this month. That means something. Make it mean something. Make the place that I finish, make the battles I win mean something. That's what I want out of Grand Arena. This is good. This is cathartic. You guys are helping me. This is perfect. The comments that you're making are helping us. We're working through this together. Please, in comments, put them in the comments. King of Carbonite, King of Bronzium. If that's how you want to feel, let me feel something in Grand Arena. Let me feel it. Name that content creator. People don't like 3v3. That's pretty common. Let's see here. The matchmaking fix is actually pretty simple. You just add another layer of conditions. Right now, the conditions are just GAC skill rating. But if you add a layer on top of galactic power, right, matches be much more even. For example, use 500,000 galactic power gaps. If you're 6.25 million in Kyber 5, then there's a pool of Kyber 5 accounts between 6 and 6.5 million. So there you go. Off skill rating. Right. Yep. No one would complain. I don't think about 500k galactic power gaps. 100%. Grand Arena was fun for me until I bought a hyperdrive bundle. Since then, I was thrown into a completely different bracket without having to learn mod. What? No, you didn't. Something's off there, Speedy Steve. You did not get thrown into a completely different bracket. What? If that happened, then that should have happened. But yeah, no. Here's people arguing about whether Conquest is good enough. The thing, man of many names, the thing that really ruins Grand Arena is how inconsistent matchmaking is. What League you really has very little difference other than rewards and your profile border. Ta-da! The matchmaking is horrendous, and often enough you're losing a lot because there's a team on defense you just can't beat no matter what because you don't have enough of the counters at a similar level. It usually takes a long time to fix that with how slow the grind is with this game. It's just unfair and unfun to go up against someone with a much bigger roster than you and lose because you don't have enough relic teams to beat theirs, or you don't go brain dead grinding con. Yep. Man of many names again. He's hot today. The thing is, though, that who wins is less of how good are you at the game, the combat side of things, and more how big or good is your roster. Yep, 100%. Yeah, Kyber's a different story. I know, Kyber's a whole different story. All the rosters are the same, and they're just fighting. Yeah, that's so. Although I'm in Kyber 3 and fighting with a lesser roster against people that have complete rosters, so. Yep, it's fixing matchmaking. I think that's the rest of this. We'll see if there's anything different in here that kind of gets me going again. Here's a good squeeze comment from Breezil. The squeeze kills GAC. I'm 8.2 million with 2 GLs in Kyber 4 before the last 2 squeezes. I was spread against 92 million accounts I can deal with. I'll go 2 and 1 most GACs, but since the squeezes, I'm against 11 million accounts. I'll clear a couple zones, but the sheer weight of their accounts means they can just bulldoze, drop 5 battles to me on multiple battles, and still win. I'm managing to stay in Kyber, but I can't sit like that for long. My friend, after the last squeeze, went from Kyber 4 to Erodium 2. I wouldn't really call it skill rating when it's ending up where they're losing so many, but I mean, yeah, I talked to a few people who dropped from like Kyber 4 down to Erodium, like skipped Kyber 5, just crazy squeeze up there in Kyber. Most of our comments are very similar range, but we'll do a couple more here. This one from Chaos. I think having a bigger punishment for not participating or putting in minimal effort could perhaps help with the problem. Yeah, absolutely. Like we said, there should be a problem with that. And then I think this is the best analogy. Terminal. I might be happier seal clubbing Carbonite 5 for eternity and getting 3 Zetas a week, but that also might get boring. They just need to look. They need to re-look at how they calculate the rating. And there you go. It's seal clubbing. It's clubbing baby seals. And there it is. Make Grand Arena matter, please. Make it mean something to me. Make my efforts pay off. Give me something back for putting effort into the game mode. That's what we want. We want an actual competitive game mode, not a game mode that we're getting thrown in there and it doesn't actually mean anything at the end of it. Make Grand Arena mean something. Let me be the king of Carbonite. That's all I've got to say, boys and girls. I hope all of you have a great day. I will talk to you soon. And of course, always remember, Nooch Too Good.